Lovely day here in the Cotswolds. Draw's just going on behind us, so let's go and see the rest of the action.
Well, here we are, and through the morning, everyone who's qualified over the last few months will go through the head-to-head, and we will eventually end up with a final where two people will shoot off for £3,000. Here we can see young Brodie Woolard.
Thank you.
Brodie, nothing guaranteed yet, but you've just shot a 20 straight and got yourself into the quarter-final. How does that feel?
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah?
Just so pleased I've actually straighted it. I've had so many difficult times, like not qualifying, getting into finals and just losing in them. It's just a great feeling.
And what do you like about this event?
Well, it's just like, just loads of people here, just great, loads of people to talk to, and it's just really good fun.
And for you, I mean, it's been a year since we spoke at the last White Gold, and you've had a fantastic year this year, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Well, I've been winning events, class wins, and it's just really good year I've had.
And again, you get great support from Caesar Greeny and from Gamebore.
Yeah, I'm fully sponsored by Caesar Greeny and Gamebore. Not fully sponsored.
Yeah. But they help you along the way.
Yeah, they help me loads. And Greeny are just great guns, and just I love them.
And also, you know, I just saw you just grabbing a quick conversation with Mark Windsor there as well.
Yeah, top coach he is. Because I'm sponsored by Mark, and he's just a really, really good coach. Just one of my great helpers.
Excellent. Well, good luck for the rest, and I hope we interview you at the end when you won it.
Yeah, thank you.
Lovely. Perfect. Thanks, Brodie. Cheers. Well done. Thank you. Well done.
Well, we're just following another junior here. This is Harry Lovett. This is son of Ali and Steve. This really is a special moment for him. He qualified earlier this year, and he's really keen to do well here. Of course, Brodie's just shot before him and really set a fantastic example there. Something Harry's got to really now try and chase.
Well done, and in gold, and in fourth on 18 goes through to...
Ali, how tough is it watching your son shoot in front of you?
That's horrible. I had to go and put the scores up.
I noticed Steve turned up just as he finished as well.
Yeah, it's your heart's in your mouth watching what they're doing, and you're thinking you're going to hit, you're going to miss, no, you hit it.
Equally though, it's great, isn't it? I mean, just before Brodie went in.
Brodie shot a 20.
Straight.
It was absolutely awesome. Yeah. The first one of the day. Yeah. And I know that puts pressure on the other kids as well, because they all think, oh, I've got to do that, I've got to do that. But equally, you've only got to beat the guy that you're against in the head-to-head on that moment, and that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what they've got to think about.
Well, isn't it?
Brilliant for Harry.
So your nerves come the quarter-final are going to be even worse?
Yeah, I think I'll probably have to get you to do the microphone.
Well, here we can see Chris Childerhouse, another of the top names trying to go through here. Just missed a target there, you can see that frustration. Already there we see John Lee. Also now just going to see John Kendall as well now. John Kendall going in there now against Ed Solomons. Got lots of big names here again. Remember that Ed is the world FISAS champion. So he's shooting off now against John Kendall. This event is fantastic. Got all these 5 targets, but now here we are at the semi-finals. It's Fraser Finney just gone through now there. Oh, that's great now, Ed. Ed's shooting off here now. Can Ed get through? You can see we're using the flash targets here. Yeah, Ed's done it. Ed's beaten John. Had to go to the shoot-off though to be able to do that. Now this other semi-final is Scott Barnett. There's Fraser in the other one. We'll soon be on to that main event, the 2 finals, the silver final and then the gold final. here we are then on the silver final. Fantastic story here. Here's Matt Barnett. Matt Barnett from England is shooting off against Fraser Finney from Scotland. Matt only qualified yesterday. He was one of the qualifiers that we saw. Here's Fraser coming through as well. So Fraser from Scotland, looking really composed. Now remember, one of these men will walk away with £3,000 in cash. This really is such a great event. Been resurrected by Stephen Alley in conjunction with Gamebore, of course. Gamebore have done so much for the sport over the years, and again this is just another great example. Remember, we covered this event last year, and here we are covering it again. Matt's looking pretty steady here. We know that Matt had to actually drive back down to Cornwall last night, and he came back up early this morning. Don't think he was really expecting to get through. He came up to shoot the 150, thought he'd have a go on the white gold challenge as well while he was here. He's shooting really well. It's great seeing these flash clays though. When we see these flash clays we can really see it, how they're working. It's Fraser again. That one, oh, hit the second. Just dropping the odd target as we're now going through. It's really crucial they can both keep their composure. The pressure really on now. That £3,000 is a big prize in clay shooting, particularly on the domestic circuit. Oh, that's great there. What a lovely pair. Lovely pair shot there. Now on the change. This format, 5 pairs in each stand. It'll be out of 20. We already saw Brodie Willard earlier today. He shot a 20 straight. That was great shooting though. We've only seen 2 20 straights shot here today. I doubt we'll see one in either of these finals because the pressure is really on. Right, Fraser to start again. That's a good start. Matt's just edged ahead though at this stage. Matt just needs to keep composed. Oh, lovely, lovely. Shot that pair beautifully there. Again, nice to see a crowd watching this again. Cameras everywhere as well. We're here covering this exclusively again as we did last year. Pressure's building again now. Again, these shooters here, they don't know where the targets are coming from. So there are 6 targets on this particular layout. Oh, yeah, no, that was definitely hit. We could see that was hit on the screen. Oh, has that put Fraser off? Has it? Always the way, isn't it? Something can just interrupt your routine there. Now back with Matt again. Yeah, that's good shooting there though from Matt. Back to Fraser. Pressure's on these guys now. Fraser's just behind Matt now at this stage. Just behind. Got to keep composed. Got to try and catch Matt up now, but it definitely is advantage Matt. He's shooting really well though. So is Fraser. Fraser's very composed here. He's come down from Scotland. Qualified earlier. Yeah, earlier this year. Back now with Matt. Calls. That's it. He's done it. He has done it. Matt has won by 2 targets. That is great shooting.
Matt, I mean, that was a really thrilling final there in the silver category, and you only qualified yesterday as well. How does it feel?
It hadn't really had time to sink in yet. I qualified yesterday, not expecting to. I had to drive all the way back to Cornwall, sort out a babysitter for today, and then drive up again this morning. So, yeah, it's not really sunk in yet what's happened there. Bit disappointed with the final against the gold, but other than that, I was happy with how I shot, really.
So go back down to Cornwall with £3,000. You've probably got yourself a few brownie points, haven't you?
That's going to help, yeah. Yeah, it might put the cost of the babysitter up, I think, but hopefully not too much. But yeah, that's going to help the drive back to Cornwall.
It really is a thrilling format though, isn't it? I mean, it just shows anybody can come through. I mean, it's a great prize fund to win as well, isn't it? Yeah, and no matter what you've shot in other rounds, it doesn't matter, you've still got the same chance in the next round, and it all changes when it's knockout as well. It puts a different light on it. I'd like to say thank you to Clay Shooting Company and Gamebore for putting this on, giving us a chance to do something we enjoy and win that type of money. Really, that's it's something we can all look forward to next year again. Well, fantastics again, and congratulations. Go and get your prize. Yeah, cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks.
We're now on to the gold final. Remember, gold is for those that are in A and AA class. So we've got Scott Barnett against Ed Solomons. Very hard to split between these two, but the experience through this year though, I mean, Ed has had a fantastic year. He's the current world FITASC champion. That is a hell of a title to have. But Scott Barnett, we saw Scott earlier this year. We saw him shooting in the Berettas, the Beretta Worlds. Scott is a real true competitor though. He loves this head-to-head format. Good start there. Just looking here, they've got to keep their composure though. Both of these shooters will really fancy this. Looking here, Ed's left-handed shooter. Coming through now. Really interesting, we had a left-hander against a right-hander in the silver final. The left-hander went through to win. Back now with Scott. Missed one there, missed. Can't afford to miss one. Be really interesting to see what the score's going to be in this gold final. Okay. So actually it was a no bird. I thought it was a miss, but it wasn't, it was a no bird. Scott's back on there, look at those two shot. Now back with Ed. This is a really tense final. Both of them very composed. Both take a step back and then a step forward. Scott, renowned shot. Used to shoot a lot of double trap as well. Runs his ground with his father John up at Mickley Hall in Cheshire. Oh look, Ed's missed one there. Could just see that moment of contemplation. But with this particular format, you just have to keep shooting what you see. Remember, it's completely random. None of these shooters know what they're going to shoot. Back now with Scott. Scott very composed here. Waiting again, no bird. No bird there. Just wiping his hand there. Again, both these shooters, they'll be just ready for this shot though. Oh, again, lovely pair shot there again. Beautiful to see though. Great to see these flash targets though. Certainly helps us to see these targets. Ed responds exactly the same way. Pair shot. On the change. Neck and neck at this stage. Two great shooters here. Once again, we've been blessed with really good weather this weekend. Over the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Weather very similar to last year. Really hasn't been conditions though that one would expect late in September. But we've been really blessed with it. Steve and Ali and the team have put on a great event, culminating here in these finals. But who will be crowned the gold, white, gold challenge champion for 2014? Scott puts a bit more pressure there on Ed. Remember, Ed shot first in this particular change. Ed responds with a pair as well. Still neck and neck with these guys. It's all here to be done. Could just see Scott. Scott was just hunting the air there, but he's looking very, very confident here. Really confident. Ed adopting that classic gun-up approach there. You'll see most of the shooters, they have their gun over that middle trap, the middle teal. And if that one comes out just like it has there, oh, good shooting there. That's the one you've always got to be ready for, because otherwise that's gone and out of your sight. So you see all of these experienced shots will start in that position. Here we are, back with Scott. Back again. Scott's very quick with those cartridges out, but he's in a real rhythm now. Real rhythm. Neck and neck with these guys. Come on then. Oh, Ed. Great shooting right in the middle of those. These targets have just been slightly tweaked as well by Steve for this final. Push them out a little bit more. Makes it a little bit more difficult. Again, just hunting for those targets. Again, Scott just composing himself. Scott's had one or two no birds. Just occasionally with these powder clays, they will just stick on the trap. And that's it, that's it. But it's a draw, it's a tie, it's 18 all. Nothing can separate. We can just see Steve off there. They're just going to play with the traps again. We're now going to shoot another 20. Another 20 we're going to shoot. Right, so we're back on again. Really sporting handshake there between these two great shots. They scored 18. We've got to do it all again. We saw Steve just ran off into the distance, so we know he's just tinkered with a couple of those traps. We certainly know he would not have pushed them closer to them. We certainly know that he is going to have pushed those further out to really test these guys. Remember, one of these shooters will win £3,000. But who will it be? Back now, Scott. Steady shooting from both of these again. Now we're on the turn. Okay, so we've just moved to the turn. Not seeing all of these targets now. We're still neck and neck between these. Bit of a yawn there from Scott. We know he's been up with his baby through the last few weeks as well. And again, we are on 18 again. Nothing will separate these two great shooters. So Steve is going to play again, and I believe we're going to use the end two shooting butts there.
I don't think I've ever shot this many plays in a day.
Oh yeah?
He's nearly 150.
You want to come around with me more often?
There we go, a bit of a laugh and a joke there between those two shooters. So we're off again, nothing can separate them. So the angle now has changed, greater angle. Oh, Scott's shooting well now though. Still hard though for me to predict who's going to do this. Back with Ed. This head-to-head format though is a fantastic format. It really is. Now back with Scott. Back with Scott, looking good there. Now with Ed. Oh, tidy shooting there from Ed. Again, you can just see how much further that target's now gone on. There we go, now back with Scott. Scott replies with a pair as well. Pair shot, really good shooting. And back with Ed. All to play for. £3,000 up for grabs. Oh, just see that one there. Oh, look at that. Pretty much in the same place for both those targets there from Scott. Scott's edging ahead now. Scott is edging ahead. But who will be crowned the White Gold Challenge winner for 2014? Back with Ed now after that no bird. Oh, that's a good response there. Now we've just moved into the final few targets now. Final few targets. The sun is just starting to set on this wonderful venue. It really is beautiful here up in the Cotswolds. Scott's got clays in hand now. This is Scott's to win. It really is. What's he done? Missed the pair. But he's done enough. He has done enough. Great shooting there. Scott has done it. He has won £3,000.
Scott, you must be really pleased with that win.
Very happy, yeah. Extremely tired, but very, very happy.
In terms of that, though, I mean, you shot through against Ed. I mean, it was a fantastic final, but you had to keep shooting off against each other.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I've been quite lucky, really. I've had a few good drives. I did alright in the first round. Second round against Paul Wilkinson, I knew that was going to be tough, and I didn't fancy that, to be honest. And I missed my last pair, so I thought that's the end of that. Anyway, I found out we ended up for a shoot off and a scrape through. I shot brilliant against Corky. I was felt right in the middle, and after that, I didn't feel like I was going to really ever be out. I got a bit of luck with Ed because I missed a teal and it was an O-bird. You take them because I had a rook and O-bird, so you just take some when you can. But no, to be honest, I felt in control. I like the head-to-head stuff anyway. I've always enjoyed a good shoot-off, so no, I'm very happy.
And a little bit different to the Bretta Worlds where we watched you shoot in that one. I mean, actually today you shot with your normal gun.
Yeah, I mean the Bretta Worlds, I didn't really shoot particularly bad. I just misread a teal and couldn't really come on and get. Never hit it. Stands 4, 5, and 6. I never pick one of them up, and the minute you do that, you're in a bit of trouble. I still felt I was in control of that. These targets suited me. The targets are very similar to the targets I qualified on, and I felt completely at home. There was a very short sighting window. It got a bit tricky in the final when Steve pushed them out because they didn't come across your eye line the same. But I was a bit worried coming here because I generally qualify at Garland's, and when we come here a couple of weeks back, I thought I'd have a go, and he was sticking them way out into the other side, and he didn't come past where you were looking. Where today the teal didn't come and everything crossed where you looked. So as long as you weren't in any rush, there was no problem. Like I say, at the end when they pushed them out, they didn't quite come, so he was shooting them a long ways out. But no, I was happy with the way it went.
And for you, you've got a little baby just been recently born, so if your wife is watching this, she'll know you've won £3,000.
I mean, to be honest, bless her, she'll want some of this because we haven't slept much. And yesterday I said to her, I'm tired. I said, you've got the whole night feed. I'm going bed. And basically I went to spare room and went bed and had 8 hours. And she did all night. So when I get home, I'm pretty sure she's going to want some.
So basically you're saying your wife's going to have all of the money?
Oh yes, no indeed. We need another car. We've got 3 doors.
But Scott, I mean, it is great for the sport though to see these kind of events coming on though. These head-to-head. I mean, anybody can come through. We saw Brodie Woolard there at the semi-finals as well. I mean, it is great, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, the more of these, the better. To be honest with you, shooting in general is so hard now. I mean, there's so many lads up there. I'm not even pushing the big lads on a regular basis. I have my days. I'm good enough to have a day, and that's about where I'm at. But with these, you've got to have a slice of luck. Every now and again it comes in, and here you are. But yeah, the more of these, the better. Especially if the likes of Gamebore and everybody else get on board. At the end of the day, they're the companies that we're putting the money into, and they're the companies that are putting the money out. And I know Gamebore do put a lot of stuff out there, especially to the kids. As we know, we're on the academy team. And I do a bit of work for you, so we know how good it is. Young Alex Wilkinson, for example, he's coming on leaps and bounds, and it's all because he's helped. I know his dad really appreciates it. So the more this happens, the more profile it goes up, the more we're on TV, the better. And it needs to be this. It needs to be a dress code. Unfortunately, a few of the majors are dropping off, and it's a shame because they're always the big ones, the ones you want to see go well. So hopefully they can start sorting them out. Not that I never not enjoy them, but the sponsorship isn't there.
And again, though, I mean, as you say, I mean, it's great to see the juniors coming through, but today's your day, so enjoy it and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
For the silver category of the White Gold Challenge, please. So if we can have Jeremy Baker, Jason McLean, Harry Levitt, Mark Jones, please, front and centre.
Each receiving £200.
Knock that off the bill, yeah? Cheers, mate.
We'll meet in the pub down the road then.
Well done. Congratulations.
Well done, Harry.
Mark Jones, is he here?
No, he's there, gone.
Jeremy, Harry, Jason.
Thank you very much.
Jeremy, thank you.
Thank you very much. Like to
Well
stand
done.
to the side?
Well done, fellas.
Thank you very much. And then we have the silver semi-finalists. Again, extraordinary achievement, exceptionally well done. Peter Critchley. And young Brodie Woolard, well done.
Well done, Brodie.
Good man, Brodie. Well done, buddy.
Thank you. Well done.
Okay. Well done, man.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Down the line.
Oh, sorry.
And then the runner-up in the silver category, Fraser Finney. Well shot.
Well done for that. Cheers.
And the overall winner in the silver category, winning £3,000, is Matt Barnett. Okay, and now into the gold category. We've got 4 quarter-finalists. We'd like to come forward Steve Cox, Chris Childerhouse, Adam Cork and Phil Gray.
Pleasure, Christopher. You'll get good at it.
Yeah, one day. Cheers, buddy. Cheers.
Chris.
Come on, Phil.
Cheers.
Chris,
Well done,
you
Phil,
want-
nice one. Yeah.
or maybe we'll put gold on the side.
Good somebody.
And 2 semi-finalists in gold for £400 each. We have John Kendall and Richard Webb.
Thank you.
Ready for bed now?
Ready for
And after a really, really tough fought-out contest for the gold, in the final against Ed Solomons and Scott Barnett, we have the runner-up as Ed Solomons for £1,000.
Well done, Ed. Nice, thank you.
Well done, well shot.
Yeah, older than you give me half of it. Oh, you win.
And then the overall winner, the champion of champions, and the winner of £3,000, you better still be here, Scott Barnett.
Well done, Scott.
Very much.
Well done.
Fantastic.